CBS makes final decision on firing Tony Romo as Cowboys legend announces health struggles, report. In a development that has sent shockwaves through the sports media world, reports suggest that CBS Sports has reached a final internal decision regarding the future of Tony Romo, one of the most recognizable voices in NFL broadcasting and a legendary former quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. The situation has gained even more emotional weight after Romo reportedly revealed ongoing health struggles, sparking widespread debate about broadcasting standards, workplace pressure, and the long-term toll of professional football. While CBS has not issued a definitive public statement confirming a termination, multiple industry insiders claim the network has completed its internal evaluation regarding Romo's role, fueling speculation that a major change is imminent or already decided behind closed doors. This story is not just about television ratings or commentary style. It is about legacy, health, expectations, and the brutal reality of life after football. Tony Romo, from Cowboys icon to broadcast superstar. Tony Romo's journey is one of the most remarkable in modern NFL history. Undrafted out of Eastern Illinois, Romo rose to become the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, the most scrutinized franchise in American sports. From 2006 to 2016, Romo served as the face of the Cowboys, setting numerous franchise records and earning 4 Pro Bowl selections. Though critics often focused on playoff shortcomings, teammates and analysts consistently praised his football intelligence, toughness, and leadership. When Romo retired due to persistent injuries, particularly to his back, many assumed his football story was over. Instead, it was just beginning. A historic start at CBS. In 2017, Romo joined CBS Sports as the lead color analyst alongside play-by-play announcer Jim Nantz. From his very first broadcast, Romo became a sensation. He was celebrated for predicting plays before the snap, explaining complex schemes in simple language, bringing enthusiasm and authenticity to the booth. Fans and critics alike called him a revolutionary broadcaster. CBS rewarded him with a record-breaking contract, reportedly worth over $17 million per year, making him the highest-paid analyst in sports television at the time. For several seasons, Romo was untouchable. The shift in public perception. However, the narrative around Romo began to change. Over the past few seasons, viewers increasingly criticized overly enthusiastic commentary, rambling analysis, perceived favoritism toward quarterbacks, declining clarity during key moments. Social media amplified these critiques, turning once celebrated quirks into viral complaints. What was once described as passion was now labeled by some as lack of preparation. CBS executives, according to reports, became aware of growing audience dissatisfaction, particularly during high-profile broadcasts like the AFC Championship game and marquee Sunday matchups. Behind the scenes, CBS evaluates its future. According to industry reports, CBS conducted a comprehensive internal review of its NFL broadcast strategy during and after the most recent season. This review allegedly included audience feedback data, focus group evaluations, internal production assessments, comparisons with competing networks. Sources claim Romo's performance was a central topic, not due to lack of football knowledge, but concerns about consistency, delivery, and on-air polish relative to the massive salary investment. While no official firing announcement has been made, insiders suggest CBS has already decided on a change, whether that means removing Romo from the lead analyst role, renegotiating his contract, reducing his on-air responsibilities, or parting ways entirely. Health struggles come to light, complicating matters significantly. Reports indicate that Tony Romo has been quietly dealing with ongoing health issues, some of which may stem from his playing career. Although Romo has not disclosed detailed medical information publicly, sources close to him describe chronic pain, fatigue, lingering effects of spinal injuries, mental strain associated with long-term physical discomfort. Former NFL players have increasingly spoken about the delayed physical consequences of football, including nerve pain, mobility issues, and cognitive fatigue, conditions that may not end careers immediately but gradually affect performance in demanding roles like live broadcasting. A painful reality for former players. Romo's situation highlights a broader issue across the NFL. Retirement does not mean recovery. Many former players enter broadcasting, coaching, or media roles expecting a less physically demanding life, only to discover that travel schedules are exhausting, preparation demands are intense, live television offers no margin for error. Health challenges can silently impact reaction time, verbal clarity, Concentration. Emotional regulation. If Romo's health struggles are influencing his on-air performance, the situation becomes less about criticism and more about human limitation. The emotional weight of a possible exit. For Romo, leaving CBS under these circumstances would be deeply emotional. Broadcasting allowed him to stay connected to the game he loves, rebuild his public image, create a second Hall of Fame-level career. A forced exit, particularly one tied to health, would represent another chapter shaped by circumstances beyond his control, much like his early retirement from football. Fans who once criticized Romo's playoff losses now find themselves expressing sympathy, acknowledging the physical and emotional toll of a life spent under constant pressure. CBS's dilemma: business versus humanity. From CBS's perspective, the decision is complex. On one hand, NFL broadcasts are billion-dollar properties. Viewership trends matter. Advertisers demand consistency. On the other, Romo is a respected figure. Health concerns introduce ethical considerations. A public firing could trigger backlash. Networks increasingly face scrutiny over how they treat high-profile talent, particularly when health is involved. A quiet transition may be seen as more compassionate, but secrecy often fuels speculation. What comes next for Tony Romo? If CBS ultimately moves on, Romo still has options. 1. Reduced media role. Romo could transition into limited guest appearances, studio analysis, special event coverage. 2. Time away from football. Health-first decisions may lead Romo to step away entirely, focusing on recovery, family, and personal ventures. 3. Alternative media platforms. Streaming services, podcasts, or digital platforms offer more flexibility and less pressure than live network broadcasts. 4. Complete retirement. After earning hundreds of millions across football and broadcasting, Romo may choose peace over public scrutiny. Cowboys Nation reacts. For Dallas Cowboys fans, the news is emotional. Romo represents loyalty during turbulent years, stability amid franchise chaos, a quarterback who played hurt for the star on his helmet. Many fans have rallied behind him, emphasizing gratitude over criticism. Social media campaigns praising Romo's contributions have already begun circulating, reflecting a shift in public tone. A broader lesson for sports media. This situation underscores a growing truth in sports media. Former athletes are not machines. They bring experience, insight, passion, but they also carry injuries, trauma, long-term health consequences. As networks push for perfection, stories like Romo's remind audiences and executives alike that even legends have limits. Conclusion. Legacy beyond the booth. Whether or not CBS officially parts ways with Tony Romo, his impact on NFL broadcasting is undeniable. He changed how analysts approach the game, how fans understand strategy, and how former players transition into media. If this chapter is ending, it does not erase his achievements, it humanizes them. Tony Romo's story has never been about perfection. It has been about perseverance, intelligence, and resilience. And if health now demands a step back, that decision deserves respect, not judgment. The final decision by CBS, whenever it is formally announced, will mark the end of an era. But Romo's legacy, both as a cowboy and a broadcaster, is already secure.